CPI trade today was a blender of activity. It was down on the day. Our live trades, we waited for a drawdown, and once we turned on automation and phased in, we were down 450 on the day. Yesterday we talked in the video about how CPI on average in 2023 is down. CPI is an economic report released once per month, and on CPI day we noticed that our CPI was 1 for 7 and about minus 4.7K on average. And over the last 14, I think it was 3 out of 14 of the last 14 months where CPI was released, we're down, or we're up. Only 3 out of 14 were up, which means 11 out of 14 were down. And so CPI is a pretty known bad day, and we wanted to wait. We waited for about 2 times this average loss to phase in, and the loss on the day hypothetically was minus 93.9250. We started around there, and in a fast market we phased in, and our live trades were down 450. And so our live drawdown is minus 32.6916. That's off of Wednesday's equity peak, August the 8th. And our hypotheticals have a steeper drawdown. We skipped out on this drawdown today. You could have skipped today completely and would have done a little better just starting tomorrow. But we said yesterday in the video, if we have a chance to get in on a 10K drawdown, we will. And I'll show you the equity curve that I was looking at to make that decision today. So up on the week, month, quarter, year, as we go into Friday's trade tomorrow, there's been 2 losing days in a row. As of yesterday, we were 10 for 12, 10 out of the last 12 days. We had a high winning percentage. Today, it is, I guess, 10 for 13. So still a high winning percentage. There was a time period where we went through a low percentage of winners. 25% of our days were winners, 25 to 33% during a losing streak, and now we're at the opposite end of that. And we were able to wait for this drawdown, a big losing day, to skip most of it. So that was good. We were able to use data in our money management algorithm indicator to skip out on this drawdown. Let's go over the market and trades on the day. So the market started out strong, and it was up. Gap continuation looked like a different day than any day. Thursdays have been one of our best days, but CPI was a bigger factor. The price action around CPI was a bigger factor, but it looked like it wasn't going to be a factor the first hour or so. And then the market violently rolled over and was just a blender of activity in here, just a massive blender, fighting that downtrend. My question at the end of the day is that I want to go back and look at is what percentage of gap continuation days stick? How many of these stick? These used to be really good trading days, gap continuations, but now almost every gap continuation that I can remember just rolls over. And so it's changed, it's different. Same in the opposite direction, sells off, it reverses. And so we're seeing a lot of reversals. It's August, and August is traditionally one of those months where there's low volatility, a lot of chop, and so good to be up on the month as we approach the middle of the month. Let's look at the ticks. They were opened up high, chopped around. This is the tick ND, which is the tick for the Nasdaq. Advanced decline line started out strong, went into negative territory. VIX was kind of all over the place. In a narrow range, though, between 14 and 16, still low volatility. You can see the Russell, what it did. Let's look at the trades on the day. We'll start with the micros today. A lot of strategies took trades today. There were 18 strategies that traded today. Only 4 were profitable in this blender of activity. Minus 62.50 on tick pulse, 62.50 on adaptive moving average. Now, when I say 4 out of 18 strategies were profitable, I'm talking about the number of strategies, not the number of trades. Some of these strategies had more than one trade. You can see adaptive moving average had 4 trades, long, short. Still ended up on the day. It's rare to find a strategy that can change directions that many times and still end up profitable. Tick wave tried to get long twice. Minus 165 was following the order flow of the bullish activity, the dip buying, the prop up pulses, and so opening chop minus 122.50 per micro. Tick count trend dynamic turnaround plus 187.50 or 158.75. I read that wrong. 158.75 minus 151.25 on chop news, and minus 45 on tick chop news for the micro ES. Let's look at the micro Nasdaq, and minus 83.50 on Cobra 3. Now there were two for 11 in the Nasdaq and 2 for 7 in the S&P. So the highlight of the day was momentum reversal, plus 242.50, minus 252.50 in Mag 7, minus 75 in OPV and Q on 2 trades. Tick count trend had 3 trades, minus 67.50. Tick pullback, minus 202.50. Tick pulse, minus 62.50. EVP1, minus 72.50. EVP1 long short with a trail. This one has a trailing stop loss, 43.50. And then AT 2022, minus 72.50. Cobra 3, minus 83.50. Viper 2021, minus 7.50. And let's go over the E-mini trades. So here are the E-mini trades. Tick pulse, minus 625. Adaptive moving average, plus 675. Minus 16.50 on tick wave. Let's see, minus 12.25 on opening chop. And then plus about 1600 on tick count trend dynamic turnaround. Chop news, minus 1662.50. And then minus 450 in tick chop news. Looking at the Nasdaq, we are minus 835 on Cobra 3, minus 75 on Viper. It had 3 trades, 2 for 3. AT 2022, minus 725. EVP1, plus 440, minus 725 on EVP1. Tick pulse was minus 625. Tick count trend was minus 675. Tick pullback was minus 2025. OPV and Q is minus 705. Mag 7 was minus 25.25. And momentum reversal, the trade on the day, was plus 24.20. And so let's look at the money management algorithm indicator. And I talked about this in a video earlier. And this was up on the day, almost 9,000. Pretty surprised at the strong gap continuation that seemed to hold. Usually about here it rolls over, but it continued for a while and then it rolled over. And so it gave us a typical CPI day that's choppy with reversals. It's hard to trade, and we were able to sit out of that. And it came, within $50 of 10,000 right here. Then it did the same thing, right in this time frame right here. And so I got in at around what I thought was about minus 9,000, minus 9.2K. So when I started trading live, when the hypotheticals were at minus 9.2K. And it's just a blender, ended up around minus 450 live, and this ended up around minus 93, 92.50, and so it just refuses to go down in this downtrend, a choppy downtrend. Let's look at, you can see the market positions, plus 8 right there, plus 3 right there, and our whole goal in this is to reduce account volatility. Like I said, we've been on one of our strongest hot streaks in a while. And, there's always volatility around the corner. There's always, no matter what trading or investment methodology you use, there's always going to be ups and downs. And so we took this known bad day with known volatility. It tried to trick us at first, but then it showed its real nature. And so tomorrow is Friday. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's trade. Let's look at signal strength trader for the Nasdaq. And it just got in here at the highs, stopped out. This uses a daily stop loss of, I guess, what was it? Here is the equity curve. It's pretty, it just trades one contract, 1,500. So it's down 1,500 on the day, and very controlled, environment when it only trades one contract. And so let's look at the other. I got to turn this back on. I haven't turned this back on the desktop since my automatic backup last night. I don't show any trades in the signal strength trader for the ES. Let's look at the market position trader. These are the trades on the day. It was actually down $830. Keep in mind, this only takes a maximum of 5 contracts. It takes the culmination of 17 strategies, and it trades those strategies up to 5 in one direction. And so it has some additional basic rules, plus 5, minus 5, and so These are the final trades on the day for Thursday, August the 10th, 2023, CPI day. Looking forward to tomorrow's trade.
Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.